Hey YouTube, LegionxMoose here, and it's been a while since I played Tale of Arise. Now in the story, I think that the red womans are actually the original Renans from RENA that were created by the Danans from Dana. In the last video, I got a bit confused because it wasn't explained well, or I just wasn't listening. So right now, pretty much in the last video, we talked to all of our party members, and now what we have to do now is talk to the overseer to see what he can do, to see what he wants from us, because he wants a favor, and if we agree, he'll help to repair the ship. So yeah, let's get into it. Now I forgot what level it was. Let's try Central for now. See if it is that. Oh, yep, I was right. So yeah, this being, he looks like a machine, but well, he is in a chamber of some sorts.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
Also, on the RENA planet, the Great Astral Spirit is up to no good.
Its actual will does not run throughout its entire body.
As I'm guessing he's gonna explain.
Its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience, and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Rena's Alma.
Oh, that's against our...
You will also need the assistance
that's the
of
sense.
both the
That's
Sovereign and
against
the
our
Maiden.
goal.
They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers,
Unless the RENA
Maiden
Alma
shall seal
has
the great astral
like
spirit
more
within her
wishes
body,
for you
and
to
the
do
Sovereign
then.
shall wield the power of the Rena's Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shionne described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit, and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the great spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
But it's not the
What are our
option that
other
Alpha's
options?
gonna choose, because
There is little reason to consider
he wants the
alternative
option where
courses of
Shionne will
action
not
when the
die.
most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shionne that she wouldn't die.
there you go.
That we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
Alright, because 300 years
That
ago they
part
tried
inside the
to
Maiden
do
belongs to
the
core,
ceremony.
and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself.
I'm guessing that's
So
why he's
long as
talking
it
about the
remains,
thorns.
It will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Rena's Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns could be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Rena's Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering
okay,
that the
so we
Rena's
can
Alma
do
was
it.
previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Yeah, so Law said,
Fine,
as
then.
Law said before, it's kind of
I'd
like
rather stay here
blackmail.
and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
Ooh.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
That was
You
easy.
agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and RENA's Alma are my species' greatest achievement.
And
I
also
wish to
because
see
of
how well
those
they
that
work
we're in
against
this
the Great
predicament.
Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the RENA's Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the RENA's Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of RENA, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
Okay,
So
so we
right
have
in
to
the
go
middle of that
through a
giant
few more
flower
bosses
then.
in order to fight the final one.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, RENA is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Well, if the planet
Likely,
blows up,
the
then
collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man,
all that shock
I
and
wish that
debris
thing
will
would tell it
eventually
to us
go
straight for
to the
once.
Dana planet.
Havrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same.
It shouldn't matter regardless because
Repair
you're
work
going to
on your
die soon.
starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man, is it too much to ask for Havrek 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry
An
after listening
alternate
to
plan.
all that complicated.
Let's
Is
hear
the
this.
Rena's Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shionne's Fire Master Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage
Right,
that,
but you had to
it can do
quickly
this,
disperse
right?
that out to destroy the
Except
gate.
after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember?
Yeah.
Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Havrek 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even
I mean, can't we
possible,
just cut you up
the
into little
chances are
pieces and
slim to
disperse
none.
it throughout the planet?
You're probably right.
Because once all of its pieces are together, or the astral energies are together, if enough astral energy is together, they become sentient. So why not just like shave a piece of itself and then just scatter it around? Then it becomes non-sentient. I hope I said that right.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
No,
You're
he's
worried
still
about the future of the Renan
contemplating.
people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet.
Yeah, I don't think we ever heard of
There was definitely
her
a time when I hated Renans
talking
for
about
who they
Renans
were.
in a bad light
I hated them
compared
just
to
for being Renan.
Rinwell.
But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone
We also
aside and talk
didn't
to them
it say
one-on-one,
like in the last
then you have
episode,
the
if you
chance to
watched
come
it,
to an
that
understanding. But as soon
the
as you
Renans,
stereotype, that chance
those
goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
nah, I forget.
I
I'll
understand
say
what you're
later.
saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll
Actually,
find
say
better
no,
luck
because I
among
think
their
they did say
friends.
like
If we
the
can build a
Renans,
society
those
that
red
works like
alien
that,
looking things
that'll
that
be something
they
worth
made
nurturing and protecting.
Dohalim kind.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright.
Like I said, now the story got
Deal
really
with one
confusing.
another as humans, and nothing more.
Because I don't know if
That's
Dohalim
the
is
ideal
actually
future
a
you hope to see
Danan
when this is all over?
that moved to
Yes, I do.
Lenegus,
I think it would make for a fine
and then
tribute to my
slowly,
brother's
as years
legacy.
go on, they've been
Though, that said,
indoctrinated
I
into
would be
thinking that they're
doing it
from
for
Rena.
the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegus when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegus proper, however.
It doesn't
My
matter
first order of
anyways.
business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Well, didn't his best friend called him Doe?
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
No, I guess everyone's gonna have their dialogues.
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before. About whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I'm guessing he's talking about the Dana astral energy.
But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
What?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way,
Bro, what the hell is this
doesn't
story
that mean
going
we're all
into?
Dana's will?
It's like it's getting convoluted for no reason.
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will.
Because I haven't played this
if
game
we
in a
all
couple
have
of days,
little bit
so
of Dana's astral energy
haven't
inside us,
got all the
Yeah,
information that I need to
maybe.
understand it.
Hefert 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own.
Because
I
now
fight
I'm
for who I
thinking,
wanna
what does
fight for.
the Dana
That's who
astral
I am
energy
I've
control
become.
everyone into doing a certain thing?
So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
Well, that was something.
Are you sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially
The
knowing
only
how
two
close
party
our last
members that
battle is.
look like they're on the final mission.
How are you doing, Shionne?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Whilst everyone looks the same, these two look like they're leveled up in drip-wise.
Remember when it was so simple? We're only fighting
I
all the
wished
lords on
everyone
Den.
had
Although
that
feels like a
regal
lifetime ago, doesn't
outfits.
it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Rena's Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevricht 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Rena's Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength
Okay,
of the
so we're
Rena's
going
Alma,
with this type of storytelling,
but it's taken us this far. It's slain lords
putting all
and
the
beasts.
responsibility on the
At
main
very
character.
least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything?
And also, I don't know
The
if
Great
he
Spirit
like falls
isn't
in love
just
with her or
our
anything,
problem.
because that
It's a
relationship has
threat
been awkward.
to
Because
our
all they do
entire
is just
world.
grow apart.
Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shionne. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen,
Wait, does that mean like if you don't kill her, that the astral spirit thing is gonna come back
okay.
again?
I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Because once you kill that, then it becomes
Thank you,
non-sentient.
So it's a promise then?
But they
Yeah,
did say before,
it's a promise.
in the sense that he had to absorb it, like the red fire astral energy at the beginning of the game when you fight
I
Bolseth.
remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make
So we have to
twice.
find out
After they'd seen
how
what
to
could
kill
happen,
it or absorb it
fear
first.
would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently
Then again,
took
we'll
my
find out
hand,
when we get to
you
that
didn't
plot
react
line,
at all. It was so easy
if we're
for
going
you.
to save Shionne or not.
I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Shionne,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so he might confess if things goes his way. But you know, honestly, I think this story might have a dark ending. Like she might die to tug at our heartstrings.
Everybody get enough rest?
Because the way they're
You ready for
talking,
this?
it's like someone has to die
Yeah, we should
in the
probably
final
get
battle.
moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward.
But we still
We
need
only
Shionne to
descend down
defeat the
Rena,
Great Spirit.
Defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on
Honestly,
your
I liked it
starship
when
are
the story was
complete.
simple.
Everything
Just
is in
defeat all the
working order.
lords.
Is
And
that
then
you,
just get the
Everett
crown, jewel,
You can
whatnot.
see us from where you are?
Said that you want to get your
I
thorns
can.
removed, and that's it, the
I
story
can see
be
anywhere
over.
within the bounds of Dig Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a
But
peak
no,
in
they had
town.
to add more
Maybe we
to
should
it.
give Hevrecht 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women
Wait, was
used on
a
us?
starship called
What
Fault
brought us
Knights?
here?
It's possible that
I
the Red
forgot what
Women may
the
have found a
name
way to
that
activate it on the
Rinwell
starship.
gave it.
They are Helganquil after all.
It was something
Using the
Knights.
warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell...
And also, the
it
planet
appears
is
we'll
not
have
a
to
regular
infiltrate the
type
core by foot.
planet.
Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
In a way that's not spherical.
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange
It only
feeling
gives
we're
an
going to have
illusion
to
that it
fight
is
them
spherical,
before this
because
is
once
all
you see
over.
other side of it, it's like
The extinction of my people is inevitable. at
the
this stage.
stem to
As
a
such,
flower.
It would
Is
be
that what it looks
illogical
like?
to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
Yeah, it seems like the two party members are getting close together.
As
Like,
sovereign,
Laura
your
Rinwell getting much
identification
closer,
number indicates that you are well
Doe
past your
Halim
predicted life
and Kisara
expectancy.
get closer, and these two.
Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the phone.
Okay, so yeah, it's called the Fault Knights. So all that exposition, blah blah blah. Our party members getting much closer together. Right, so where's the ship? Should be at the lower level. Because now I'm just waiting to get to it and I'm excited to see what it looks like compared to Dana. Take off to RENA? Yes please.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
It looks like it's still absorbing astral energies. Oh, so this is what it looks like. Well, it looks like a wasteland.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
Well, unless the ocean is like some sort of
I don't
hollows.
sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
Yeah, I was right.
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
I'm guessing this is like the inhabitants
This is
before.
what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, RENA was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
Spooky.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shionne and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Nah, come on, I just want to kill some Zoogles. No whatever enemy that this planet has. RENA.
So this is RENA. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it,
Yeah, you
I
get
don't believe
all
I've heard of
those
someone
dead
ever trying.
persons inside of your
Perhaps
lungs.
you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
The challenge of a lifetime.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rena's Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shionne's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to
Well,
find
I hope
some
that
way
the
to
Great
weaken it in
Spirit boss
advance.
fight doesn't be
The Great
like
Spirit,
those
that is.
fire astral
Back
energy
when
where
Shionne's
outside the
thorns flew
circle
out of control,
and you have to
we were able
fight
to
its
deal with
mini
them
lackeys
directly.
in order to
If this is their host, they should be even more
hurt
corporeal
it
here.
or just
If that's
fight the
case,
lackeys and
it should
then
make them easier
initiate
to
a
attack at
cutscene.
least.
And the
if we can
cutscene does the
manage to
fighting for
divert
you.
enough energy away from the spirit's core,
I hope it doesn't do
even
that.
temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Rena's Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
Ooh, another sketch.
Question for you. Let's say
knock on wood,
And all of them has been
everything
focused
turns
on
out
law.
for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
What do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could
Yeah,
see
that is
differences like
true.
that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power
Then
to
again,
set
you
an
need
example.
labels
time,
like
people will follow.
like characteristics or
Then,
labels to
perhaps one day,
differentiate yourself from other
There'll no
people.
longer be any need for the example.
Because not
It will
everyone
become
is the
second
same.
nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine
Even in this world, like
a
no
world where
culture is the
magic
same,
and
or
astral
no
arts are used to help people,
ever from different
where that's the norm
countries.
rather than
They're
the
not the same.
exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Like there's no perfect utopia where we have all one nation and one law and all that crap. Well, let me look at the map. Right, so there's 2 portals and a bigger one. So that one's active, we go through there.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Well, more skits.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say
Man
there's
can
anything
dream.
wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What?
No.
No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight.
Well, so the
You think
Helganquil made the
armored
armor
suits
stuff?
might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle!
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell?
Honestly, I would smile and laugh, but
You know,
these
guys,
like
when you think about
comic
it,
books
we've taken out a
cutscene
lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
is just
You can say that again.
not much effort
One
put
thing's
into
for
it.
certain in this world, it's that wherever
I mean,
we
it's a lot
go,
different
we'll
from
always end
Zesteria.
up bumping into them.
Isn't it
Because
weird
it was
that they're
just an
still so
outline of
plentiful?
their
You don't think
character
the
art
Renans
design.
have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've
But in
never
this
heard
they
of
have
them
the character
constructing such a
models moving
massive
their mouths.
facility on Dana. let alone up in Lenegis.
and
The
doing
only
different
thing
poses.
I can think of then is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice
Well,
thought,
as
but
long
they
as they're
attack
not
towns
feral.
and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories
I'm
that
guessing they
didn't
use
overlap, that might
arts
reduce
to
the
keep
danger
them
they
in
pose.
control.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Okay, we exhausted all the skits. Okay, so you see the little remnants of astral energy.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
I can
It's
stop
no
walking.
use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something
Well, I
wrong here.
hope that become a lot easier than in the boss fight that we had with them prior. Oh my god, I can't see nothing.
Let the marksman handle this.
This one's mine! That's it!
That's my cue.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all.
Damn it, let me just at least get rid of one of them.
This one's down!
There, that one.
Back into the time to do it. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Oh, did we kill one of them?
Here
Can't
goes.
handle me, can you?
Okay, so she's unlocked her arts. Come on.
In a bind? It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Will this help? How about this?
I'm going to die very soon.
Thank you for all your help.
Please, don't mention it.
I'm glad to know someone
Go inside healing circle. Come on, almost there. Alright, cool. Just killed two of them.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I can feel the medicine
Shine! Radiant
Come on, please, let someone heal me.
in an instant! Impact block! We work well together. Like a finely timed
Yeah, they're being nerfed a little bit.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
My turn!
But I am not complaining, not one bit.
Begin! I'm not! Elusive deity!
Come on, stagger, keep staggering.
watching you.
I'm ready!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
So I'm guessing these guys are going to be our foot soldiers.
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
Okay, so 4 people have
This
leveled
whole
up,
mission is over.
except for Alpha and
Have to
Shionne.
stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left
Alright,
behind
so
by the
this
Helgenkru.
place
Seeing
at
as
the inn
there's
is
little actual
underwater.
land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegus, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helgenkru. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of RENA. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the
Okay,
Great
so
Spirit.
those guys are the
To
true
think of
people
the
of Rena.
promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have
But the
got
only
along
thing
with
that
them?
troubles me is,
You know, if we had
I
met
think
under
they said
different
like
circumstances.
the
like
Helgenkru
Like all of
also
us,
made
I suppose it's
Dohalim
difficult
people,
to say
like
for sure.
Dohalim and his kind.
We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had
Or
the
that
chance
there were
once,
already Danans in the
before
first
the Renan
place.
Great Spirit came along and changed
Just like I said,
everything.
it's getting all
You and Alphen both
convoluted
share
for no
an
reason
optimism,
now.
a strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Oh my god, how many more do I have
Just
to
look
listen
at the
to?
size of that thing. The Helgenkru's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. Oh, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danan, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3
Probably
centuries
no
at
one.
least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips,
Yeah, I'm
it
guessing
seems
those
pretty
2
unlikely
portals
that they'd
are,
make that kind of journey on foot.
I guess, getting you closer to the
There must
center.
be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law.
I'm guessing when
Once he
we
gets an
unlock the
idea in
3rd
his
portal,
head,
that will
there's
take
no
us to the
talking him out of
center.
it.
Alright, cool, no more skits.
This one will be difficult.
Just fight.
In a bind?
Well, I only got one of them.
These ones can run rings around us.
Damn it, should not have done that. Oh yeah, please leave me alone. Good.
Radiant Citizen!
Not a chance!
Prepare to be sealed, fleet of foot. Actually,
You want to play? Less talking, more doing.
Dragon Swarm! Swarm Blade!
Okay, somehow I just switched target to the bigger one. Sure, why not?
Where are you going?
When the little one gets more closer to me, that's when the game will switch to the other one. Because of course the game knows what I want.
Take this! Eternal Shot Station! Dragon Swarm!
Come on.
Swarm Blade! I'll thank you! Does it hurt? Dragon Swarm!
I use Law Dragon. Well, no, that's my move, Dragon Swarm. Oh, there you go. See, look. I didn't switch to this little one. But yeah. And I switched to the big one.
Dragon Swarm! The flame inside me! Make it rain! In an instant!
instant.
Okay, this should be the last attack.
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Yeah, it should have been the last attack.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shionne and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt
Well,
to look
free
on the
will
bright
is
side
neither
every now
good
and
nor
then.
bad. Depends how you use it.
Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
No, I thought
He
adorable.
said, without a doubt.
Little cute furball thing. Mind you, since I said thing, you probably protect me as well.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator.
Yep, I saw it on the minimap.
apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the?
Oh,
Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
damn it. I don't think that hit.
Insects should stay on the ground.
In a bind?
They've got flyers.
Yep, I need Shionne.
Marksman handle it.
All yours.
Dragon sword.
When you're dead,
Then tonight's meal is on you.
look up. What to make? Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Glacial
Take this. Soaring Blood Blade.
Swallow blade. There you go.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix
Cyclops. Did it.
Nice technique. Going in. Take this. Leave the charges to me. This one's mine.
Through it. Get it.
On guard.
Here I come. Swallow Blade. To the flaming sun. Yes.
Not much longer to go.
Come on.
Did the other one die?
Let's do this
No,
together.
they don't. No, they don't.
This one's mine.
Smash you!
Enough deity.
Swallow blade!
Searing flame. You're not. Flame of fury.
Tornado Blade.
Do it. Shionne, go for it. Prepare to crumble. Think we overdid it? Reinforcements incoming. Not by long.
My goodness, are we that under level? Because this level 50 when we're like level 59? I mean 49? I mean right now I can't check because we're in the middle of battle.
Going in.
Come on. Damn it, I was so close to getting a freaking boost attack.
Being interrupted. Take this!
Swallow Blade.
Where are you going?
To be let free.
Resonate with
Big
the
laser spear.
Come on.
Dragon Swarm.
Freeze Lancer.
Take this. Eternal Devastation.
This one's mine.
Yep, I lost my progression.
This one's mine.
Yep, I lost it again.
Not today.
Piercing
Swallow Blade.
Smite with blackened blade!
Come on.
Swallow Blade.
Leave Swallow Blade to me.
I'm ready. Kisara. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclops. I'm going to need to use all the
this.
power of my healing.
More circles.
Keep calm and take them down.
Totally. In an instant.
More coming.
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Wait, this a different one?
Interrupted. To be let free.
Do it.
Burn it hell. You're mine.
Oh my goodness, my CPA going down.
Now you see what I can do!
Glacial spear. One more.
Behold!
Oh, I didn't realize that you awakened.
Tectonic vision!
Make it rain.
My god, at least that didn't disrupt.
Hey! Blow them away!
My turn.
It's
You're
time!
mine.
This one's mine.
How many do you have? Just 3 more left? Come on, one more. Good.
Are they calling reinforcements? Send them out! Don't get surrounded! Take this!
Man, I don't think I can do this all forever.
Ready and ready! One more! Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! Burn!
Glacial spear. Here's the evil.
Swallow blade! Elusive deity! Save you!
Come on, you're just a little freaking bug. One slice of the sword should be enough to deal with you. There you go. Good.
All yours, Kisara! We did it! Magnificently done!
Where are you going?
Can we flee? No, we cannot flee.
Glacial spear. Here's the evil.
Anything in armor is over! Take this! Dragon Swarm! I'll take you all on!
I thought I might as well take on that freaking gargoyle because it has laser eyes. I don't know how many damage that the laser eyes can do.
Thank you for that.
Yep, I'm running low on resources. And I doubt there's a merchant on this planet. Come on, this should be it now for the remaining Zoogles. Damn it.
That'll bring you down. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right
Well, there's that gargoyle just came in again.
This one's mine.
Let me look at your health. Yeah, that's new.
I can carve through armor!
So we got more bees on chaotic figure, whatever you call it.
Ignite! Dragon Swarm!
Take this! Swallow blade! Make it rain!
Kisara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble! Shine radiant light!
You're mine!
Force of regeneration!
Any more of this and I'll burn out. Lunar Rondo!
Okay, now I feel like I need to do something
Perhaps now isn't the time.
because they just keep respawning.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Not a chance.
Like, I literally don't know what to do.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free.
Freeze Lancer.
I'll face you!
Lunar Rondo!
You can go on the ground.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Okay, there's one more left, hopefully. Nope, I see another one just at the corner of the screen.
Never miss. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Wow, that was a gauntlet. I thought it would never end.
I need to be stronger.
Even in such a harsh environment. Is this? There are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or
Wait,
could
what?
they be Google somehow?
Whatever they are,
Did I just go back?
they're
Yes, I did.
dangerous. Watch yourselves around.
I'm guessing that I needed to go through the door base. Let's get up out. Yep, I guess I need to go through the door, but I just went through that freaking panel.
You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
Ooh, let me look.
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you...
Okay, so there's no healing stuff and no stuff.
Say that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be focused on the bees. Yo. Will these guys chase after me? Yep, come on. Oh my god, it's a big ones. Big one's too fast. In on best. Shit. But I can flee. I got what I wanted. Well, I see that wolf got one last hit in me before I left. Great. I equipped that best. Anyway, what level are we on exactly? 43. Okay, so we're super duper under level. I thought we were closer to these guys, so 43, 50.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Take yours to be let free.
Now I know why that we're struggling.
You picked the wrong fight!
Burn up!
Take this!
Armor won't save you! Tiger blade!
Thanks, Shionne.
Be careful not to overdo it.
Go, Halim.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Come on, just focus on one damn thing. Stop freaking changing it.
They smite with blackened blade! Here I come! Slack! Swallow blade! Dragon form! Shadow devastation! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing art.
Swallow blade!
Okay, 2 more doggy dogs left.
Take this!
Flaming meteor!
Burn it! Take this!
That'll bring you down.
Swallow blade!
Going in.
Dragon swarm!
Anything in
That's it, keep getting staggered.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara.
I suppose swords have their uses.
The size was a bit much, though.
So in this area there's a huge power spike. And no, I'm not gonna fight that mantis.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans. Not even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helgankro. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrect 35 about it sometime.
Oh crap.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
No, so this spring rolls.
This looks nice and tough.
We're in for a long slog with this
Come
one.
and face me!
This one's all mine.
Not so fast!
Carve through armor.
That damn freaking wind wheel is freaking annoying.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Elton!
It's time to end it.
But luckily these guys are like just stoic, stagnant enemies.
Here goes! Swallow blade! Lunar blast! Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Now! You're mine!
That's it, keep poking at these.
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Ah, so these guys, the original Renan, the Helgan Quill.
I know fine
It's a
weapon material
freaking
when I
easy
see
fight.
it.
So yeah, if I get a huge power spike that I'm struggling, I'm probably going to farm those guys. I just realized something. Why not?
Don't get careless!
Don't tell me!
Burn!
Here,
Anything in armor is all mine!
I shall ensure you survive this.
primed and ready! I'm not in your dreams! Hurricane strike!
I'll take you all on.
That's it, Kisara. Get it down.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Elton!
There you go, one's dead.
I'm right beside you!
Not only that, these guys like dish out good XP as well when you kill them.
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block! My turn!
Come on, fall down, there you go.
Do it!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Such a cringe line.
I can feel my precision improving.
Yeah, 7,000. Yeah, so what I was saying when I was face planted. Right, so what I remembered before. Right, so what I remembered when I face planted was I need to fight this enemy to go through the other side. Because I need to go to them. That's not possible. Can I just shimmy? No, I can't shimmy.
Does anyone else think this
Look
may
at that.
be just a bit too tough for us?
2000 XP and all that freaking damage for nothing compared to those Helgan Quills. Yeah, you know what, I'm just not going to focus on these. If the Helgan Quill come, I'll fight those. Okay, good, they're here. Let me just quickly get these. Are they going to follow? Let me just shimmy. Nope.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Oh, I need healing right now. Freaking. God damn it.
Hold the line.
Come on, Lord, get your shit together. There you go.
Behold! The earth pulse!
Well, I didn't realize he was going to use his Mystic Arts, but we'll take it.
Going in.
Come on, there you go.
They smite with blackened blade!
I'm only getting started.
Black! Swallow blade!
Why is everyone staying in place?
Swallow blade! Dragon swarm! I'm ready! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Dish!
Yeah. Nice technique.
Of regeneration!
Healing circle.
Going in.
Swallow blade! Dragon swarm!
I've taken too much damage.
In your death.
Come on.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Make it ready.
Kisara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Here, let me help. First aid.
Dragon swarm!
Tiger blade. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Excited.
Oh, it's not the end. I thought it was because this guy was like behind. There you go.
In an instant.
And let's see, I defeated that big Zoogle, which gave me 2,000. Look at this, 8,000. Easy peasy fight. So if I can, like, the mantis is there, that's not going to give me much experience. And I'm hoping that we can flee the fight, and if we can, then that's what I'm going to do. A lucky bangle.
One's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Can you take it? Time to cross blade.
Endeavors.
Well, that fight gonna take me like 6 minutes. I'm not going to get rewarded for my efforts. So with that the case, and I'll just avoid it altogether and fight these dudes.
How much
No,
longer
that's
will our
it, just
healing
give it
arts
to me.
last?
Give me all the experience points. Yeah, I just can't be arsed with that. Not gonna bother. Dragon's blood. Any more held gun quills?
Hey.
A rare plate. Was that for me? Oh no, it wasn't. It's for her. That's a big stat.
New equipment.
Yep, new equipment. Unfortunately, not for you. God damn it, this freaking confusing button layout. Right.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm done. I won't fight just for the sake of it.
Okay, so mantis. But luckily this area is too wide, I can just run around it. I don't understand why, like now late in the game, that these guys are more frequent. I was hoping that this shit would never happen. But the Helgunquill and all.
What's with that shining foe over there?
The Helgunquill and all that shit is mixed. I got
This one
stuck.
will be difficult to predict.
Don't worry, I've got plenty.
Dragon Swarm!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
You've got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
I mean, unfortunately, I have to lead the other fight as well.
Got some good equipment.
I can't say it's appear.
Fingers hurt again? No, it wasn't. Oh, it's his.
Is to my tastes, personally.
Yourselves.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
You picked the wrong fight.
Yep, you picked the wrong health, fool. That's what goes through my mind when he says he picked the wrong fight. Cause like, duh, of course he picked the wrong fight, because I'm the main character. I've got plot armor on my side. Shit. There's a lot of things happening in the background. Come on. Good. Alright, so that one's dead. Who the hell interrupted my shit? My good thing the other one spawned right next to me. No, come on.
I don't even know the word defeat. Shattering the pieces. Tiger blade. Can you take it? Try harder. Not a chance. Eat dirt. Demon blast. Mega ray.
I'm gonna keep Kisara's
It's time to finish this.
Kisara boost attack by itself in case it charges.
Let's keep up the pressure. In a bind. Swallow blade.
Oh god damn it.
Glacial fire. Swallow blade. Dragon form.
Come on, move out the way, don't get poisoned.
Swallow blade. Going into the sky is mine. I never miss. I'm not done.
I use it now.
Thrilling performance. Healing turtle shot. Down. You're all.
Be careful not to overdo it.
Force of regeneration. Regenerate. Sorry to try harder.
Oh good, that was excellent. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot I used Kisara's shit.
No one's dying on our watch. Here, let me help. How do you like being
That was a waste.
pounded into shape? Not on my watch. I'll thank you. Dance on the wind. That's it. Lunar blade. It's on. Eat dirt. This one's mine. Let me help.
I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing.
Outstanding form. Anything you want. All mine. Hurricane flash.
I must remember my
You can steer it from his mouth.
Regeneration. This one's mine. You do the same for me.
shine.
Ground and pound.
Of regeneration. Regenerate.
All right.
I have no limits.
Where was I? All right. Now where was I? This one is mine. Here, let me help.
Soaring dragon form.
Ready.
Coming through. Ha! Melt. Scarlet Inferno. Slash. Dragon form.
Too shy to come over. But here.
Stay away from my friend.
Okay, so Shionne is dead.
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
But we can do it without her.
Take in a bind. Slash. Swallow blade. Rending you apart.
We let my guard down.
Well, she's... I was going to use her as a freaking...
Resonate with the earth. My turn. Stalagmite. You picked the wrong fight.
Well,
Here I come. Slash.
yeah, done.
I'm ready.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
Oh, thank God. A mysterious power. Okay, so as always, whenever there's a mysterious power or healing station, there's always a boss fight in the next room. So quickly saved it and let's go.
What do you think this place was for?
What? Oh my God, they're inside the Matrix.
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No, They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Well, so it's not a Matrix.
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Alganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegis.
Okay, now I get it.
Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
No, okay, so now I get it. People in Lenegis were originally Danans.
Or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
Okay, so now we've got a confirmation of what they are, then that's good.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
Let me look at the map. Yep, that should have enough space. Man, Kasara's always chunky. I should not have said that. What the hell is this thing?
What is that thing?
Yeah, my
Somebody
thoughts
has to
exactly.
fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
Honestly, it looks like grotesque. Like, a horror, like Sadler
What is
type
with
shit.
all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
It's no ordinary zoo. That much is damn sure.
Nope,
Watch
dodge,
yourself.
dodge.
All bets are off when it comes to this thing.
Okay, so I can't attack his legs, so the main body is the main body, the priority.
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Don't suffer in silence.
Thank you for that.
Let's get back into it. Its head is its weak point. We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Yeah, let's try the one in the middle.
With the
Glacial spear.
Hit.
My turn! Rending you
Okay, for me by itself, I can defeat it, because if it's going to jump up in the air for like his big attack, then I got it in a bag. Move out of the way. Let me dodge. There you go. Attack his weenie head.
This one's mine.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. On your Swallow blade.
Hold on to your heart. Here I come.
It's going to jump and
Down! You're armed!
shit.
This one's all mine. This one's mine. Ignite.
Well, it looks like I need to work on my timing. Oh, I need to time like when it's going to how it stays up in the air for a long period of time.
Pull myself together. Outstanding form.
I'm not done. Execution.
If it's going to jump again.
Freeze Lancer.
Not again.
To be honest, I don't know if that helps if I like me jumping. Go down.
This one's mine!
I'll smash you.
My head's spinning just watching you!
Oh, no, I didn't realize we took one health bar away from it.
In a bind. Swallow blade.
First, I never miss.
Strike. It's on. No time.
Let me hit it quickly. Good.
It's over.
Damn it. Out of it.
Come on, move out of the way. There you go.
Swallow blade. Dragon swarm. How about
Here's evil.
on your eternal devastation. Air strike. Ready and ready. Overwhelm save you. Bloody howling.
Damn it.
Another incantation ruined. Lunarongo.
Denied!
No more playing nice.
Thank you.
Shield and
Nothing back. Shine, radiant take this.
Okay, so you see appears weakness to lightning. But of course, I've got no lightning attacks. I just realized something. I'm just hoping and praying that it doesn't spawn more enemies. Right, that was a good timing.
Here's a healing arc. That'll bring you down.
Right, we made it to the middle point.
Commander of Heaven.
Now something's gonna happen. Oh, I can still damage it. Normally when you get through the middle, like, you can't attack it because it's going through some sort of a phase. So jump. And the black thing, there you go. Oh, did I get it? Yeah, I did. Come on, fall down. I didn't do it. Well, that's unfair.
Stay away from my friend! No further! That's it! Swap it!
Okay, so Shionne is dead. I doubt this is not going to work because it's still stomping.
Here I come! Swallow blade from beyond!
And I'll use this also on Kisara.
Imbue this vanquished soul!
Okay, I guess not. Don't use it, don't use it.
That's it! Looks bad.
Wits about you, people. Let the marksman handle this. This one's mine.
Resonate with the
Oh, I took his shiny piece.
What in the world? I'm alright. I'm still standing.
Okay, so get out of the middle. Use that on myself.
Art expert coming through.
Now you see what I can do.
I didn't want to use to revive her because she was in the middle of it, and if I revive her, then she's just gonna be down again.
Just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the
Okay,
front line.
black thing. Good. Come on, fall down. There you go.
I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for if we can't depend on one another?
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Okay, since that stopped my combo, I'm going to use pineapple. Yeah, pineapple. Jump. Black. Good. I mean, thank God I got my reference point. Iron roll. Good.
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible. Can you take it?
The enemy's on the run. We've got him where we want him. It's time to end this battle.
Lunar corruption.
I mean, I was panicking.
Now you see what I can do.
I choked because I was in mid combo and I thought I wasn't going to stop. Oh, please use the mystic arts when his head is on the floor.
I don't know what I'd do with
Come on, unleash it, please. Yeah, of course he wouldn't unleash it.
This one's mine. That's it. You require a hand. You're finished. This one's mine.
Okay, there you go.
Now, here I come. Shine. No further. Strike. I never miss. Anything in order is all mine. Here, let me show you what my art can do. Demon Land. Rise and shine.
Okay, so this should be the last, hopefully the last time.
Don't mind if I do. Radiant glow. Searing flame. Hear me, fire.
Burning sword. Dragon swarm. Hurricane sword.
Come on, one more time. Yep, it's dead. GG, freaking space monster thing.
Consider yourself finished.
Actually, I'm gonna call you Sadler. That's what he look like. And yep, another easy boss fight.
The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
That was a cool design
What's
though.
wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore,
Oh, so I'm
the
guessing
enemy we
now,
just fought appeared to be composed of several human
because
bodies.
they won,
was
but
certainly
no one
nothing
ever
one would
saw
find
them
in
in
nature.
Lenegus.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
So the
It
winner
was
of a crown
Rena's great
contest was,
spirit that
we know
made
it's a
him do all of
scam,
this.
but
Anything
this
to get
is
its
their
astral
like
energy.
this is the outcome.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
Level
I certainly hope
45.
not.
After hearing Dohul's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
Alright, Rena's
So,
biology.
looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting, but I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However,
I mean, we got the
based on current
generic
circumstances,
Zeugles,
I
like
would
the
guess
wolf
these Zeugles
and the
are all
bees.
that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too?
Aww. Don't make Kuto think of that. Nice. Oh, pineapple gel, thank God for that. Are we gonna go back to the main hub where we started at the beginning of the level? Because I feel like we're done here. Okay, guess not.
We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
I mean, we're in the right
Something
place.
feels
This
off
looks
about it.
red.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
Well, you don't look it. Alright, so that's the surf. Okay. Now my mind is clicking on those two portals that were active. They're like sort of I guess the middle part, like going up, because we got two more. This is the middle and we're gonna have the last one, which is going to be probably at the last of the boss fight before the great spirit Zeugl thing. No, the great astral energy. Yes, it does. Yeah, so that's at the beginning of the dungeon. This is the middle, and I'm guessing that's gonna be right at the end. Okay, so now Okay, what's the exclamation mark? I mean, unfortunately, I can't go back to the Dana planet. Why is this? Oh, it's a ship.
The next day.
Your cooking has really improved, Shionne.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Shionne here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares
Yeah, so
it.
she eats too much.
By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from me to level such an accusation, but the facts lead me to conclude that...
She's been snacking while she cooks.
And yet, she still looks so slender in her clothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of envious actually.
Wait
Well,
a sec.
that's what you
Are
have,
guys
high
trying to say
metabolism.
she's...
I'm what?
Nothing.
Nothing. Shionne.
So I'm guessing there's no
about that
campsite
fight just
in
now.
RENA, so we're getting all
Sorry
these
about
now.
that. I was careless.
I didn't come to criticize you. Just please take better care of yourself.
You don't need to worry about me. In case you forgot, I can't exactly die anyway. It's like how you used to not care about getting beat up because you couldn't feel pain. And then I was the one to patch you up. It's the same thing.
You're right. That is how I used to be. But this isn't the same.
Then what do you mean? How is what's happening now different from what happened then?
It's different now.
Look, if you mean because you can feel pain again,
It's because I don't want to see you getting hurt. You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in all sorts of dangerous situations. I didn't listen to anybody's warnings. And I made a lot of people worried for no good reason. It
He's
was
in
foolish.
love.
This isn't about you and me being able to take pain. I don't want to have to see you get hurt, Shionne. It's too much for me to take. Is that a crazy thing to say?
no. It
So
isn't.
it's the pain of the heart that
And
you can't bear.
I definitely don't like seeing you get hurt either, Alphen. We can't expect our enemies to show us any mercy. But I will do my best not to throw myself in harm's way out there either. How does that sound?
I'm sorry if I sounded harsh earlier. I didn't mean to. I just really want you to take better care of yourself.
I will. At least, for as long as I can.
Hey, Alphen. Why do you like spicy food so much anyway?
You know, I haven't thought about that before. Maybe because when I couldn't feel pain, it gave me that kick I was craving.
But now that you can feel pain again, wouldn't your tastes have changed?
Did you like spicy food when you were younger?
Not as much as I do now. At some point, it just became something almost like an addiction, I guess.
I can most certainly relate. Once you've had your fill of ordinary food, you cannot help but seek out more unusual fare.
I don't think that's got anything to do with Alphen's tastes. Although I won't deny that you definitely have a thing for exotic food. The stranger the better.
I just wish I could have gotten you into sweets like me, Alphen.
I like food that's dense and keeps you feeling full myself. It helps you last longer when you're on the move.
No,
We
so
all
she likes
know you're
apple.
a quantity over quality kind of.
What was that?
Nothing. I lost my train of thought.
You know, I've also noticed Shionne's not really into the same kind of food most Renans are. Could be it's got something to do with the way she grew up.
That's so me. Even when I was little, I was all about food that gives me strength. All meat, all the time.
And I guess Kisara is so good at cooking fish because she can catch them herself.
I'm only good with fish because it used to be the easiest thing to get. When you work with something long enough, it comes naturally to you.
I like fish just fine. But what I really like about your cooking is how it tastes homemade. It reminds me of what my mom used to make.
Really?
Oh, that's sad.
You know, I used to cook a lot of meals for younger kids, and they said the same thing.
When you get down to it, I guess the things a person cooks and the foods they like say a lot about the way they've lived.
Actually, let me go to menu, see how many skits I've played. 147. Honestly, I better get a damn trophy for this.
What? Hey guys, I don't see any of our food anywhere.
What?
I know! The bag we kept it all in has vanished! Some Zoogles must have gotten in behind us and swiped the whole thing while we were fighting.
Nope.
What?
Probably one of the girls took it.
Huh? What are you guys talking about?
This affects you too, you know! We lost all our food, including all those sweets you love so freaking much!
What? How could this happen? Those sweets are the highlight of my day! Oh, so hungry.
Hunger is like that. The moment you know there's nothing you can do about it, it becomes that much more unbearable.
Okay, Sarah's not
Whoever
part of our
did this,
convo, so
I
I'm guessing
swear
she
I'm
took
gonna
it.
make them pay for stealing our supplies.
All that's left now is this one lonesome apple.
Law?
What? Hey, don't look at me like that! I picked this apple myself. I'm not just gonna...
Food.
Hand it over.
Stay away!
Hey, I'm back. Huh? What the heck happened here?
Yeah, these two took the bag.
Only a poignant reminder of how dangerous a food shortage can be in a collective. A serious problem indeed. And one we should all be mindful of.
I see. Does it have anything to do with why you're holding our food supply bag behind your back?
I don't get it. Did Dohalim took it or Law? To reach.
Thanks for waiting, everyone. Come on.
Shionne, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegus.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of
What?
this.
So you're talking about a
But
doll? I thought you
I
had it with
choose to
you,
think there
not
is.
a thingy.
Yeah, I think so too. There's
Arthur
something
couldn't
beautiful
have the
about
doll
whole
because he's
thing
200
that simply
years
can't be
older than
denied.
you.
I think it's time we go to sleep.
Honestly, I was just dazed out when they were talking.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think
Ew.
this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but... You sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
What, nothing.
Rinwell!
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back.
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now
Nah,
and
that
then.
owl's too funny.
Hey, Shionne. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all,
No, I'm surprised she
who can say
wasn't
what the future holds?
flabbergasted when
I
she
think if
says
I were
someone
you,
you love is out
I'd
of
take
reach.
things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shionne. But that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true.
Well, that's
But I do
different.
remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well,
No, because spicy stuff.
friendship is about being supportive.
She doesn't like
Sometimes
spicy
we just have
food.
to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Is the blazing sword okay? Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might
Did
be
I
the
miss
case now.
these, or
It can't always have been
these
like that.
skits just
There
unlock
must
once you
have been
come back?
something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sounds like
Sorry.
gunshots.
Sorry, there was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is
Well, at least I
teeming
was
with
right
humid
when I
forests.
thought it was a gunshot.
It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Well, that's not good
Sounds like they're
info.
tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard! I never thought about this until now, Alphen. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly,
Well, it's different
yeah,
now because I'm
it can
wearing
get
proper
pretty
clothing,
toasty in
not
this
the
thing.
metal armor.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara
Well,
looks
this
like
kit
she
doesn't
manages
reflect
all
what
right
I'm
with her
wearing.
Armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not
Poor
that I
woman.
really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a
Well,
dump.
I got a feeling that
right,
Hoochel
Rinwell?
might pick.
Are you doing this on purpose?
Everything okay there, big guy? You look kind of pissed.
I'll say. He looks like he wants to bite the head off something.
What's eating at you? Come on, Alphen. You're gonna bring us all down if you keep that ferocious scowl on.
Oh, sorry. Do I really look that ticked off?
Yeah, it kinda makes you hard to talk to. So, what's bothering you?
It's a pebble.
A pebble?
Snuck its way into the back of my boot. I can't seem to get rid of it.
Oh, I totally get you. Weird how much it can get on your nerves, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, I can relate.
It's barely bigger than a grain of sand. So how come it feels like I'm walking around on hot nails?
You know, maybe this is a crazy solution, but you could just take your boot off and give it a shake.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, of course.
What, you
You're
saying he
right.
didn't even thought of that?
Phew. It's like I've been given a new lease on life. Thanks for the tip, Shionne.
Seemed kind of obvious, but you're welcome. That's the trouble with windy places. All that fine debris ends up getting into your hair and clothes.
Alphen, is it just me, or have you become extra sensitive ever since getting your sense of pain back?
Now that you mention it, the other night at camp, there was a fly buzzing around that annoyed him so much, he unsheathed the blazing sword.
So much for sensitive. That's just being a Mr. Cranky Pants.
Nothing new on that front, then.
What's the matter, Alphen? You look a little tense.
It's nothing, really.
He wants to get angry, but knows that doing so would only prove our point. Hence the building frustration showing plainly on his face.
Would you stop analyzing things for 1 minute?
Point taken.
Only reason why I
Hey,
didn't go
Rinwell,
down here was
tell me
because
about your
those
parents.
berserkers were there.
What were they like?
They were kind. That's the part I like to remember. They could also be strict, though, especially when it came to magic. I never understood why I had to work so hard to learn magic. Why we couldn't just be done with it and live openly like everyone else. Needless to say, that didn't go over well. Of course, if I'd
Aw,
known
you
that
wanted
one
to be
day I'd be doing
different.
this, I would have taken my studies more seriously. What about your parents?
Same deal. Run through the mill. Told constantly that training was the only way to survive in a world like this. It got bad enough that I ended up running away and siding with the Renans of all people. And now, I've got that training to thank for being alive.
I know how that feels.
The first time we met, you risked using your magic to stop me from kicking my dad's ass. You could have done anything else. You could have ignored it. So, why?
Yeah, I guess something about Zephyr reminded me of my own father.
You don't say. So, did your pops and mine look a lot like each other?
Not really. Not at all, in fact. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt a resemblance, I guess.
Wow.
Well, Zephyr
I
was a
won't pretend I
wise,
understand, but
warm-hearted person.
I'm glad. Your dad must have been a great guy.
He was.
But, you know, he was like way early on
Maybe
into the
it's
game.
the snow soaking up all the sound, but something about Zesteria always feels mysterious to me. Solemn almost.
When it comes to solemnity, I'd say our own Octalina Palace is no slouch.
I won't argue with you there. Still, that azure tint of the shadows on the silvery white snow, it has a certain indescribable quality.
Indeed. It was boorish of me to even suggest such a comparison.
All I know is it's freaking cold. Still, more pleasant now that the locals aren't quite as frosty towards us.
Well,
And that
excuse me if I'm too
it's not
frosty
dark
for your
outside no
warm self.
more.
Oh, come on! You know I didn't mean you. Besides, really, I'm the one who...
How about we stop getting hung up on the past for a change? Take what you've learned and put it to use in the future instead.
An unexamined past can be just as dangerous in its own right.
Better that than obsessing over it like a certain someone I know.
Kisara doesn't mince her words, does she?
I could say the
she's talking
same
about
thing about one or
Dohalim.
two of the other women around here.
Tell me about it.
I think I'll refrain from commenting on this one.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get cancelled. I understand.
Poodle, I've got some dried fish for you. You want some?
Forget that. Doesn't some tasty red meat sound better, boy?
Aww.
Hey! me! Stop trying to coax him away with treats! Get your own adorable sidekick if you're so desperate for one.
Oh,
He
he's sad
appears
because
to
he
enjoy
doesn't
being the
want.
center of attention.
He doesn't get any
Funny
snacks.
how things change. He and Rinwell used to be joined at the hip, or shoulder to talon.
It's not just Hootle who's become more trusting. Isn't that so, Rinwell?
They do say pets and their owners act alike. I suppose since we've been together, I've done my share of coming out of my own shell too.
Well then, I guess with you and Hootle, that makes us all one big happy family.
Sometimes when I'm deep in thought, Hootle will come over and sit next to me. I only wish I could actually pet him.
Oh, you will someday. You won't believe how soft he is.
Wish I had that problem. I'm lucky if I can so much as look at old Featherbrain without him trying to claw me to ribbons.
No, you're gonna get
Really?
clawed.
He seems tame enough around everyone else. Maybe it's just Hootle's way of establishing dominance?
That's dogs, not owls.
What's going on when Hootle pecks at you?
I don't know. Like when I'm talking to Rinwell, it's like he's trying to muscle me out or something. Unless... Wait, you don't suppose I make him jealous?
Come again?
Ow!
No, they
Get
don't.
off of me, you insecure fluff ball!
I rather think they make a good comedic pairing. Now
No, I didn't realize when you walk that
Pray that we won't
astral
encounter
energy
many
will
stairs along the
bounce
way.
back. That's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now. I defeated the main boss fight in the story, so I think it'll be a good time to stop here. I've done some side quests where I defeated Super Zoogles to get some more money, so that's gonna be my backup in case something goes wrong, in case I need weapons or get some consumables. So yeah, in terms of story, I finally understand what's going on now that I've been away from the game. The Renans, like the humans, they were originally Danans, but they were modified and went to Lennigus. So at least that's hopefully I said that right, and that makes me understand that part of the story. So yeah, let me know what you think of the video. Make sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.